Okay, carpool line, pickup. We're going to do a quick video about Progessence Plus because I have it in the car and I don't typically have it in the car. And this is my boo. This is what, like, for real hooked me on Young Living. I'm going to be Vanna White.
Mommy,
This is amazing.
Mom, can we put her up and once we are done?
Yes.
Diving?
Yes, you can stay there for a minute. So one of my best tips for Progessence or any of my hormone oils is to put the rollerball. You can get these fitments off of Young Living. And so you can just simply roll, baby. And I'm in need of it today. Let's just leave it at that. So, Progessence Plus. I have dealt with hormonal imbalance for 12 years this month. 12 years ago this month, I chose to get on birth control. I was newly engaged, and that's what you do. I didn't ask any questions. I literally just went into a doctor I didn't know because I just moved here. And she handed it to me and said, do you have any questions? And at 19, I'm like, no. And started taking it. And within that month, I noticed a lot of weight gain, but thought, okay, well, that's probably normal. And then it snowballed into me feeling like I just wanted to crawl out of my skin all the time and irritated all the time. So then it became just, whoa. Then it became a long journey of figuring out what was going on. And it took a long time to figure out that it was hormonal imbalance. And I have very low progesterone. Or, sorry, I got food in my mouth. So classy.
No.
At least last time I got it tested. And low progesterone, low testosterone, high estrogen. So estrogen dominant. I mean, you name it, my body's probably been through it. At the age of 20, I had over 20 symptoms of menopause, except I wasn't in menopause. They tested it because they're like, wow, I don't know. I was miserable, like absolutely miserable. And didn't know what to do because I was freshly 20 when this all happened.
Mom,
Yeah.
I need me puppy.
Okay, go get it.
I need
We might have a meltdown. We'll see if I can make it through. So, long story short, years later, right after this sweet one was born, I'd been using Young Living just very passively with thieves and purification in the diffuser sometimes, but heard about Progessence Plus, and I was like, okay. I didn't realize that I could have been taking it while I was pregnant with her, but I had a bottle ready to go for when she was born. And I've been using it faithfully since the day she was born. Yes?
I didn't get me puppy.
Okay, we'll get it in a minute, okay? I know. Oh. And that started me on a road of hormone oils or oils to support your hormones. And I've just been kind of digging in and learning a little bit more as the years go on. I'm gonna stick with just Progessence. I literally could just start talking about all of them. So Progessence, I ended up, because I wasn't using it very much. I think I was just using it for like maybe the first year. I was just using it morning and night, and I would just like swipe morning and night. And I still was feeling like super cuckoo. Or as one of my friends would say, wackadoo. I'm like, oh, I love it. And it had been a long back and forth conversation with my husband. Yeah.
I need some kombucha.
You need some kombucha. Okay. A long conversation about should I get on a bioidentical, progesterone bioidentical or not. Did a ton of research about it. prayed about it a ton. And in the past, every time I'd make an appointment for some reason, we would end up canceling it because we just didn't have a piece. And this last time I was so miserable. It didn't it was a hot mess. Which a lot of it was postpartum. That can be a rough season, and the Lord brought me through. Praise Jesus. So I ended up getting on progesterone bioidentical for about 8 months, which then I got off of this, and I started feeling even worser. That's not a word. And with the bioidentical, I never really struggle with breakouts. But I was breaking out all the time here, like terrible. And I remember putting frankincense on it and it just wouldn't go away. And I just felt off. It was kind of the same way I felt when I was on the birth control. I couldn't explain it. It just, something wasn't right. And I ended up going cold turkey on the progesterone bioidentical. That was not smart. I really don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just so fed up and not thinking clearly. And that was the only time I've ever missed my period, except for when I was pregnant. I just completely missed my period that month, and then it came back. I think my body was like, what the? So I faithfully got back on this and started using it 3 to 4 times a day. And that is where the money was at. I think I just wasn't using it enough. And so now a couple places you can apply it is in the inside of your thighs. So some people, when they apply it right here, it can break out on them. Well, the car's not on right now, babe. I don't know where the keys are. They can break out. It does have fractionated coconut oil in it. So if you're allergic to coconut oil, that would be really the only, that would really be the only side effect, I guess. So hashtag mom life. That completely distracted me. So if you rotate where you apply it, that's one thing. So if you put it here, and then I like to put it here, and you start to break out, start rotating locations so you can put it in between your ankles on the inside. You can put it on your inner thighs, the back of your neck. So what you're looking for is thin skin. That's kind of how I was explained. So now I don't break out from it, but I just rotate because I'm I don't know. I'm always about experimenting.
I'm not, Mom.
So I would say if you are using this and not noticing results, you might need to up the dosage. And just kind of pay attention to your body. It will tell you, but you got to pay attention, which that might sound so out there if you need more detail on it. Another thing, this might be TMI, but
Mom,
that's why I'm here. Yeah. Oh, do you see it, Tina? Another thing, if you start it and you start feeling more irritated and agitated than you did at the beginning, that's totally normal. Give it about a month. I would highly suggest if you start on this to commit to it for 4 months. Your body and your hormones need 4 months to kind of refunction. And then there was one other point, and so after having this sweet one, my periods were super heavy, miserable. I can tell when I'm not getting enough Progessence Plus because my periods are really heavy. No, you say, excuse me, Mommy. But if I get the right dosage, then they're normal and we're good. We're functioning well.
Let's go.
So that's another thing that I have noticed personally that it helps. And another thing I've also heard is that the first couple months that you are on it, your periods might actually be heavier because the Progessence Plus is helping to flush out all the junk that might have been kind of stuck in you. So, and that actually might have been what was going on with me. I don't really know. It's hard to tell because of the timing. I started it postpartum. So I just rambled on for 10 minutes about Progessence Plus, and I think I could continue. I'm going to stop. If you have any questions, reach out to me. It's amazing. Commit to it for 4 months. And the bottle lasts about, I'd say about 2, maybe 3 months. So go get it. Put it on your ER.